The commentary on the Hevajra Tantra called the Jewel Garland of Yoga. Yoga Ratna mālā, nāma Hevajra pañjikā by Kāṇha. Chapter 7. The Language of Signs. I will now teach the chapter on the language of signs, by which brother and sister are recognized without any doubt. Signs are an alternate language whereby recognition is expressed using Yoginī's gestures. Signs should be known as the ultimate means for this purpose. Thus, Vajradhara says, I will now teach, and so forth, and likewise teaches the chapter that clarifies signs. Brother refers to the yogin, and sister to the yoginī. He who shows one finger is met with two, meaning welcome. Two indicates well met. The gesture of ease is made known by squeezing the left thumb. One finger is the index finger and means welcome. He should be understood to mean also by him. The two fingers are the index and the middle fingers, which he uses to point at his turban. With these two fingers held above the forehead, his hand should imitate the tying of a turban. He who presents the ring finger should be offered the little finger. He who shows the middle finger should be offered the index finger. He who shows the ring finger should be shown the neck. He who shows a turban should be shown a trident. A trident refers to placing the thumb on top of the little finger and displaying the remaining three fingers in the shape of a trident. He who points at his chest should be shown the part. He who points at the ground should be shown the circle. The part is the parting line of the hair. The circle is the gesture of the circle. He who displays a furrowed brow, with top knot undone, should be addressed. He who points at his forehead should be shown the back. A furrowed brow refers to the knitting of eyebrows. This is followed by a top knot undone and the rest. This was the explanation according to the provisional meaning. Returning to the verse that begins, he who shows one finger. Showing one finger, meaning the index finger, or two, meaning the middle and index finger, refers to displaying them toward the wisdom aspect's lotus in the sense of stimulating it. If he does, they will be welcome. In the Sanskrit term for welcome, shushvagata, the syllable shu refers to shukra, sexual fluid. The sense is that it will be drawn out by the action of the finger. In the phrase, the gesture of ease, there is a genitive relationship between the terms gesture and ease. This gesture of ease indicates a basis for well-being, that is to say, the attainment of the Dharmadhatu. One should understand this gesture. To explain how, Vajradhara says, by squeezing the left thumb. Left refers to the wisdom aspect, and the thumb to the Vajra inside her lotus. It is made to emit fluid through squeezing. In the verse beginning, he who presents the ring finger refers to the wisdom knowledge initiation. The term he marks the person to whom, following the sequence, the little finger should be offered. The little finger more specifically refers to the subsequent initiation, which is the fourth initiation. To explain how this initiation should be given, Vajradhara speaks the line beginning, he who shows the middle finger. The middle finger is the avaduti. He means the master shows the avaduti, the so-called fourth instruction, to the disciple. He should offer his ring finger together with the index finger as the lalana and the rasana, meaning he should explain them as such. To show how they are to be explained, Vajradhara speaks the line, should show the neck. The primary sense is that this should be explained to the disciple who perfectly pleases the master by prostrating at his feet. In the passage beginning, he who shows a turban, The turban is a gesture using 2 fingers, indicating wisdom, and means to imitate tying on a turban. In this context, showing it asks a question, the reply being that he should be shown a trident. The trident represents wisdom, means, and their non-duality as the lalana, rasana, and avaduti. After making this distinction, it should be shown to the disciple. In the verse beginning, "He who points at his chest," he is the disciple who points at his chest and thereby communicates the experience of wisdom and means it represents. He should be shown the part, which is the chakra of great bliss. In the phrase, "He who points at the ground" is the chakra of creation. The word "he" is implied at the end of the phrase. He should be shown the circle, that is, the chakra of qualities. A furrowed brow, meaning the enjoyment chakra, is displayed. The one who, additionally, has his top knot undone, which means training for the sake of liberation, should be subsequently addressed with the words, "You should kill living beings," and so forth. He who points at his forehead, if he makes a further gesture of reverence, should be shown the back, using the hand. This is the primary sense of the passage. The one who points at the sole of his foot should play with complete delight. A gesture should be answered with a counter-gesture, according to Samaya. The sole of the foot should not just be touched with the hand, it should be pointed at the earth. He should be told, "You should live on earth as you please practicing this yoga." The yogin who lives, who plays in this manner, with the permission of his master, is delighted. He is a blessed Buddha. Anyone who associates with him will gradually become adorned with an array of similar qualities. This was an interpretation according to the definitive meaning. A counter-gesture refers to displaying the 2 fingers used to put up the bulk of one's hair, and other such gestures. On that occasion, the yoginis will say, "O my deeply compassionate son." If they display a garland in their hand, he should say, "Let us meet there." A garland in their hand refers to removing a garland. After the garland has been cast, they say, "Keep and enjoy the samaya, true vow holder." Joining a divine setting at that meeting, he should do everything exactly as the yoginis say. After the garland has been cast indicates that it is cast to him. Both of these, the removing and the presenting, can be understood as the literal action or an imitation of it, and both are displayed with the left hand. The words "keep your samaya" and so forth are spoken to specify the purpose of presenting the garlands. Keep means perform the service. Enjoy it means serve the divine yoginis. Vajragarbha asked, "O Blessed One, what are the meeting places?" The Blessed One replied, "There are pitas and the secondary pitas, the kshetras and the secondary kshetras, the chandohas and the secondary chandohas, the melapakas and the secondary melapakas, the pilavas and the secondary pilavas, and the shmashanas and the secondary shmashanas. These are the 12 bodhisattva levels. The Lord of the 10 levels, the protector, is defined by them and none other." In the passage beginning with "O Blessed One," the phrase "these 12" refers to the pitas and the rest. They are bodhisattva levels in the sense that bodhisattvas appear there. Listed in order, they are joyous, stainless, luminous, radiant, difficult to conquer, manifest, far-reaching, immovable, auspicious intelligence, cloud of Dharma, all-illuminating, and unequaled. The 13th level, the level of Vajradhara, called rich in knowledge, is not included here as it has the nature of the non-abiding realm of nirvana. The basic syntax is the Lord of the 10 levels, meaning Bodhisattva. The protector, meaning Buddha, is defined by them, by which locations? By the Pitas and the rest. Vajragarbha asked, O Blessed One, what are the Pitas and the rest? The Blessed One replied, there is a Pita called Jalandhara, and one called Odiyana. There is a Pita called Paurnagiri, and one called Kamarupa. In the passage beginning with, O Blessed One, Paurnagiri is the same site as Puli Ramalaya. There is the secondary Pita called Malava, and the ones called Sindhu and Nagara. There is the Kshetra called Munmuni, a Kshetra called Karunya Pataka, a Kshetra called Devikota, and a Kshetra called Kama Rapataka. Nagara refers to Pataliputra. There is a secondary Kshetra called Kulata, and one called Arbuda. Godavari and Himadri are, in brief, also considered secondary Kshetras. Harikela is a Chandoha, arisen in the middle of the salty ocean. So too are Lampaka and Kanchika, and Sarastra as well. Being in the middle of the salty ocean is what distinguishes Harikela. Kalinga is a secondary Chandoha, as is the island rich in gold. Kokana is also a secondary Chandoha. This is what they are called all together. The island that is rich in gold refers to Suvarnadvipa. There are Pilavas outside villages and those near towns. They are Charitra and Kaushala, Vindhya and Kaumarapurika. Secondary Pilavas are in their vicinity, O deeply compassionate Vajragarbha. In their vicinity means in the proximity of the Pilavas. A Shmashana is a place where pretas congregate. A Smashana is at the water's edge. Secondary Smashanas are said to be in gardens or on the banks of ponds. A pond is an elongated pond. I will also teach, for the benefit of all beings, the days that are best for meeting yoginis as part of the Hevajra Yoginī Tantra. Vajragarbha asked, which days are they, O Blessed One? The Blessed One replied, they are the 14th or the 8th day of the Preta fortnight. In the passage that begins with, I will also teach, the Preta fortnight is the dark fortnight. This is the external perspective. The wise yogin should consume someone hanged and someone slain with a weapon, or one who returns 7 times. He should kill after earnestly arousing compassion. At this point, Vajradhara speaks the verse beginning, the wise yogin, in order to convert wicked beings and to explicitly describe the outer and inner yogas to disciples. Someone hanged is someone killed in that way. Someone slain with a weapon refers to someone struck down in battle and so forth. One who returns 7 times refers to someone born 7 times. After arousing compassion means after reflecting on their suffering in samsara. The nominative case of wise should be interpreted as an instrumental. Someone hanged refers to the mind with support. Slain with a weapon means that this mind is cut with the blade of wisdom, and then is killed with the blade of analysis into the nature of one and many, rendering it free of inherent nature. The word "and" implies that the analytical mind that engages in analysis is itself revealed to be without inherent existence. having returned 7 times, he, the one who returns 7 times, is eaten, which means deprived of intrinsic nature. Through this, oneself and others are afforded the ultimate protection in a given situation. Snakes and similar creatures will not come near, and the samadhi of emptiness will manifest. In the line beginning, "he should kill," the wise one, the subject of the line, first meditates on the 4 immeasurables, here represented with the word compassion, which he does earnestly as a necessity. There is no success without compassion. Therefore, compassion should be aroused. Because of this essential right, one always repels wicked beings. Someone may ask, why should one meditate on the 4 immeasurables at the beginning if killing beings is not recognized as real? To address this, Vajradhara speaks the verse beginning, "There is no success without compassion." If the meditation on the 4 immeasurables is not always performed at the beginning, perfect Buddhahood will not be accomplished. By meditating only on emptiness, it is possible that someone might occasionally reach cessation through the nirvana of the Shravakas, and so forth. Thus the phrase, "therefore compassion should be aroused," brings this point to a close. Wicked beings are those hostile toward the teachings of the Sugatas, such as the Kaulas and so forth. This line expresses the sense of inducting them into the mantra vehicle. The lines that begin, "because of this essential right," mean that one repels precisely through this essential right. Here he should think, the day is the blessed Vajrin, and the night is said to be the wisdom aspect. Whenever the yogin encounters the use of the words causing death and the like, he should think, the day is the blessed Vajrin, and so forth. There is nothing he must not do, never something he must not eat, nothing he must not think here, and nothing, proper or not, that he must not say. Never means at any time. Accordingly, he should avoid the flesh of those who are hanged and the like, only when in public view. When alone, however, such as during the communal feast and so forth, it should be consumed. In the phrase, "nothing he must not think," not think means to not think in an unorthodox way. As in myself, so too in beings. Thus I and others are in the self. Reflecting thus, the one in union should commence eating, drinking, and the rest. As in myself means that just as a yogin identifies with Hevajra, he should also think of beings the same way. Thus, in the self means that collectively I am him, Hevajra. I and others means myself and others. While maintaining the state of Sri Heruka, all movements of the body and all verbal utterances, however many there are mantra and mudra. The connotations of being maintaining that state are explained as follows. The syllable Shri stands for non-dual knowledge. The syllable He for the emptiness of causes, Hitu, and so forth. The syllable Ru for the subsiding of conjecture, and the syllable Ka for being without any location. Non-dual refers to the emptiness of all phenomena, which is precisely Shri, because it has the nature of luminosity. The causes are the instrumental causes. Because of the phrase, and so forth, the intrinsic nature is also implied. Emptiness means being devoid of. Conjecture refers to speculation, and subsiding refers to rejection of it. The syllable Ka implies being extinguished in the state of non-localized nirvana. In this way, the meaning of the name Heruka should be understood to express emptiness, signlessness, wishlessness, and the absence of effort. Any creatures whose flesh is eaten by intelligent yogins will obtain power through the union of the Vajra and the skull cup. Any creatures refers to beings consisting of the 5 aggregates that are born in the 6 realms of existence. Flesh refers to the intrinsic nature. Being eaten refers to being purged of false mental images. Intelligent refers to those who practice the yoga of Hevajra. These creatures refers to those modes of being. Will obtain power means they acquire powerful states in their respective modes of being, endowed with multifarious emanations needed to train all beings. Vajra refers to Hevajra. The skull cup is Nairatmya because she protects the bliss that is expressed by the syllable Ka. The union is of emptiness and compassion and is the source of samadhi. This was the 7th chapter, the language of signs. This concludes the ascertainment of the language of signs and the pittas, the 7th chapter in the Jewel Garland of Yoga, a commentary on the Hevajra Tantra composed by the Venerable Master Kṛṣṇa.